Coach Wilson, thank you for coming in. Would you like to start off with any comments?
Again, congratulate Duke. Made a lot of plays. We had too many errors. First half, I think we're 1 for 3 on fourth down, 2 across midfield. Had 2 turnovers in the scoring zone. Had the fumble punt in the scoring zone. And on the first half, I think they had 229 in the first half. They had 2 big plays of 158. So we just gave them too many big plays, too many turnovers. It comes down to the kick. Our guys want to stay close, but I told them it wasn't. If it was good, it was good. It wasn't good, so I don't think it was. It wasn't. And you don't, because they played so hard, it's a good group. They kind of overcame some negative and gave themselves a chance. But at the end of the day, we didn't, convert on third down in our score zone and come down and come up on the short end. So congratulate Duke. It's been a great trip. Appreciate the bowl folks and the city. Our guys have been well received alongside the legend.
Questions for Coach?
Kevin, just to, I guess.
If you wait for the microphone,
Oh,
to the left,
sorry.
right, Tito.
Kevin, just to clarify, in your mind, was the field goal good or not good? And what explanation, if any, did you give?
There's no explanation. It wasn't good. I don't know. You can sit there and look at it, but when I saw the scoreboard, to me, it looks like it travels outside the bar and hooks in is on the other side of the goalpost. So, bottom line, you don't win games with a lot of field goals, and you really don't win games when you miss 5 scoring opportunities. And so, to me, you don't blame anything else. If it was good, it's good. It wasn't. We just talked about that a lot to the team, how they need to lift themselves up, be positive. Congratulate Duke. They made enough plays to win the game. We had enough errors, and we were on the wrong side.
Next question.
And that was the message to the team. A very strong way.
Next question for Coach on the left here, first row.
Kevin, what was the reaction from your guys, especially the seniors playing their last game after a tough way to close out their?
Well, there's a little bit of emotion, and the way the locker room is configured in there, it's very disjointed with, they have to put extra lockers. It's a great setup. It's an awesome space, but there's a little holding room. I actually took them down there and got them on. You guys want to see their eyes and lift their heads up and their spirits up. They've battled, very resilient. They don't feel very good, but at the same time, it's a tremendous group of seniors. They've kind of left, I think, a positive landmark that we can move forward with. And wasn't trying, again, I'm not in any moral victory. We didn't play well enough to win. That's unfortunate. I thought early, I almost thought we got a little tight, a couple times we had 10 guys on the field in the kicking game and take some timeouts. So I think we got a little bit too much into the pomp and circumstance. I think as we build the program, we're going to keep playing in bigger games, and you got to get used to it. I was disappointed. Some of the great teams we played, some of the great venues that we play in, I thought we were a little awestruck and out of whack early, and was disappointed in that.
Anybody else have a question? John on the right, second row.
Coach over here. This is a group that most of these players haven't had one of those bowl layoffs before. Do you think that for them the first time could be why they were tight, or was it just the venue and the atmosphere?
Well, one, I think they wanted it really bad. I think we knew this year we let some games get away, and they won it. And of course, you're playing a prime slot, going to get some good publicity today, a good branding opportunity. I thought again we practiced very, very well. I thought our bowl prep was awesome. Thought we'd get some great developmental work. Thought we had a good game plan. Gave up a few big plays. Had some, every time there's break, you get some errors. I think sometimes too when the lights get a little brighter, the really mature, good players can focus and zero back in and aim small and shoot small. And today, I think we're just out of whack.
First row on the left here.
Kevin, you said yesterday it'd probably be a game time decision for Jordan. What was that conversation like before the game? How close was he?
And again, he practiced a lot. He bottom line just didn't feel he could cut full speed. I thought he could run. Thought he was full go except for some cutting. I think he felt unsure of himself. And that being said, I think he questioned whether he would, play like he needed to play well, but also to protect himself. I do think Divine, with what he able to accomplish, I think that gives us 2,000-yard backs. And as good as Jordan is, he's awesome. We'll keep going through the process, and he can battle what's going on. And we'll lose a couple of linemen, but we got a good line situation, good tight end group, and we're going to keep that going. I think it's the first time in school history we had 2,000-yard rushers. So that was nice to see Divine pick up the slack. But there's a group up front in the tight end group that James Patton coaches as well. With Coach Fry's a good group. So Jordan he went all week. Got the same work he always gets, and Thursday, I think he was concerned going from turf to grass. Hadn't been on it since we've been here. Today he did some stuff and just said he just didn't feel 100%. It was his call.
A few last questions, if there are any. Front row here on the right.
Coach, I believe you guys set a program record for points midway through this game. Why do you think that the perception is that a high-powered offense is always a passing-oriented offense, but you guys obviously have an incredibly balanced attack.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think good offenses are good, whether they're running, throwing it, we're a little bit, trying to have a little bit of mix. I think you say spread, there's running oriented quarterbacks, whatever. Again, our deal, the real stat is wins, and we only got 6. And so we've made some strides. We want to build on it. I think we've got a really, solid foundation to move forward, but we've got to keep moving forward. And that's why after the game, we tried to address our players. We weren't going to have excuses. We weren't going to blame anyone else. We played really well. We made some mistakes. Duke played better than us, made plays. As a program, proud of you. Seniors love you, but we're going to keep moving forward and keep building things.
1 or 2 more for Coach before we let him go. Second one right now.
Coach, just take us through the overtime possession. It seemed that maybe you got a little too cute there, but what was the strategy on that possession?
Yeah, we did a first play. I think we did a little play action, a little 3-letter pass. We checked down. Second play, I'm talking about the second one, so I'm going blank here.
Reverse the page.
Yeah, we had kind of ran the reverse pass. Again, mine went to Mitchell too much, might have been a little gas. Third down, we actually thought we could get a screen on them, thought they would blitz. They kind of got us a little too quick. We didn't prep. We actually thought they were going to blitz, and we tried to hit a tailback screen that we thought really could pop, but we just trashed, got caught up in clutter. Nate was forced to get it off, and unfortunately kicked it.
So 2 hands over here we can end the session with. We'll start with you on the left here, and then we'll finish up with Zach.
Coach, you mentioned Vine. Just how much growth did you see from him, just especially these last 3 or 4 games?
Yeah, I think again he's the more he plays, I think he's more relaxed. I think sometimes he's to run tight, and I think he's more relaxed, more fluid, more confident. He's doing a great job taking care of the ball. He's matured solidly, and again, with those guys going forward. But again, I think it's a good compliment to the offense. I think you get with the one-on-one plays you got out there. The quarterback can deliver, the receivers can make the ball. If you play coverage, you got to line it in the running game. So that's the balance we're looking for. And Duke, there's a little chess match today. Duke's gambling on certain situations. We were. Sometimes we got burned. Sometimes they got burned. The call at the end, we actually thought they were going to blitz. Wanted to throw a screen pass, got caught in clutter and didn't work.
Last question on the left with Zach.
Kevin, not to get too big picture, but you talked about it a little bit in your mind. What does your team need to take away from this game and this season to improve, as you talked about getting past 6 wins, winning in moments like this, et cetera?
Well, it's a good question because I don't think it's one thing. I think it's a quote just where we are. And we've gotten to where we're competitive and we're stronger, we're deeper, and we've overcame a lot of injuries. Most guys, that running backs, I thought one of you guys said he was the number 2 Heisman hopeful in the Big Ten last year. And most guys lose a guy like that in forward shot, especially the program hadn't been good. We kept scoring points. I think the last 4 games in a row, we scored 40, and he didn't play in 3 of those. And that's a very good player. So to me, it shows the growth, but it also shows at the end it's about the ultimate result, which is W. And we've got to find ways. I don't think it's we've got to do some things and continue to enhance ourselves defensively. We've got to continue. We're going to lose a couple good players with Nate and with Spriggs and Jake Reed and Casaro Cooper. But again, good teams. We've recruited better. I think we're getting to the point that hopefully we'll continue. The key right now is that we get on the recruits, finish strong like we always have, and bring this team back and have a strong, positive spring and let these seniors leave their legacy, because really good teams, the greatest group in our buildings are equipment managers. And the first year equipment manager is the best I ever saw. I'm like, we're never going to replace him. Well, the next guy was better. And the guy I got right now is better than him. And really good football teams have players that graduate, and the next guy comes in and they understand the standard and they get better. And that's what we're going to try to do with our program.
Okay, Coach, thank you. Folks, Indiana will have some